The third episode in Season 2 of Love, Death and Robots was titled Pop Squad. It was an episode that was set in a dystopian future, where you were promised eternal life if you gave up your right to have children. It was a concept that I thought was extremely thought-provoking and would make a good episode of the show. So, was this episode any good? Well, let's find out. Before I go ahead, make sure you go over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. So without further ado, I'm BrainPilot, and here is a review of Love, Death and Robots Pop Squad. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers, so watch with caution. I'm just going to open with the fact that I thought Pop Squad was a standout episode this season. It had everything that I feel we love about the show. It had the dystopian futuristic concept, a protagonist that we were rooting for, a style of animation that was faultless, and a journey of a character that felt complete. From the off, we see that the world that we have entered into is overgrown, run down, and an environment where people are wearing these haunting gas mask type coverings over their face. This episode paints the picture clearly from the off that we're in a world where there are two classes, breeders and non-breeders. The breeders lived in this jungle-type, thick with fog, run-down environment where it looked like nobody would dare to go. We see the contrast in environment with the others living in a glossy, futuristic world above the clouds, where they've been promised eternal life if they do not have children. Hence why breeders were left to live down below and were hunted down, as the population wouldn't be able to carry on. As the population would eventually get too large for the planet if people were living forever, and others were bringing more people into the world, it wouldn't be sustainable. I thought this as a story was extremely thought-provoking and provided a glimpse into a world where this would be possible. Everybody wants to live forever, but at the same time people want to have a family and continue on their family name. This posed the question, how selfish are you? Do you have love to give to a child and are happy with your days numbered on this planet, but your legacy continues on through your offspring? Or are you the type of person that believes they deserve to live forever, and that's it? It was a great question, and to see this personified on screen was really interesting. We see Detective Briggs as the main protagonist in the episode, and we see the world through his eyes. The conflict that's in his head is something that is prominent throughout, and I think it's great that we got to see the vulnerable side to him, especially after seeing him mercilessly killing children as his job. He is what I believe would be a lot of people in this world. The fear of going against what society wants you to do, despite having your own beliefs. I feel this was executed really well. He himself wanted a child and to be a father, but I think he was too afraid to do so. We see this as he looks into the eyes of the man that gets shot at the start. I feel like he visualized that man as being him if he were to go against society. We see just how much Briggs cares in the final few moments of the episode as he spares the breeder that he's found, and instead shoots his policing partner. In the crossfire, Briggs also gets shot, and this is where his final few moments in the episode are. I think this moment was executed really well and was very powerful. We see Briggs walk to the front of the house and drop to his knees as he can't stand anymore. He looks up to the skyscrapers above where he's been promised to live forever. And I believe at that point, he thought, was it worth it? He spent his life conflicted about his beliefs, when deep down he wanted to raise a child and have a family. We see this on two occasions, when he's chatting to his partner, and then also his interaction with the child in the house at the end. We see him open his eyes, and I think he is content with the fact that he made the right decision in his final few moments. He saved that family from being killed, and stood up for what he believed in, and he died in a place where breeders live. It was an extremely powerful moment and brought the episode to a close in a very appropriate closing way. The art style in this episode is something that I was also a fan of. You could tell it was animated, but there was a realness to the faces and movements that the characters made. The green hue and dark mist that was added to the world at the bottom really helped distinguish the difference between the two societies. At its core, the story is about a difference in classes, and also the selfish nature that runs through every single one of us. It's a great episode and one that I believe is the best in the season. it also holds up when compared to many of the episodes in Season 1 of the show. So, there you have it, what I thought of this episode. What did you think of Pop Squad? Did you enjoy it? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.